Good morning, my name's Dr. Jeremy McAnulty from New South Wales Health, and I'm here to give you an update on the COVID numbers for New South Wales for Sunday the 7th of November. There were 244 locally acquired cases of COVID reported in New South Wales in the 24 hours to 8 o'clock last night. In the same period, there were more than 70,000 tests done and reported in New South Wales. In terms of vaccination, across New South Wales, we now have 93.9% of people aged 16 and over who've received their first dose of vaccine, and 89.7% of people who are now fully vaccinated. In the 12 to 15-year-old age group, 80.1% have received their first dose, and 68.6% are now fully vaccinated. In terms of deaths, sadly, we're reporting the death of a man in his 60s from the Albury area who died at Box Hill Hospital in Victoria. He was not vaccinated. And we'd like to express our sincere condolences to the family and loved ones of this person who died. There have now been 537 COVID-related deaths in New South Wales since the 16th of June 2021 and 593 in total since the beginning of the pandemic last year. In terms of hospitalisations, there are currently 269 people with COVID admitted to hospital, with 52 in intensive care, 24 of whom require ventilation. Of the 52 people in intensive care, 1 is aged under 10, 1 is in their 20s, 3 in their 30s, 10 in their 40s, 13 in their 50s, 18 in their 60s, and 6 are in their 70s. Of the people in intensive care, 41 are not vaccinated, 3 have received 1 dose of vaccine, and 8 have received 2 doses of vaccine. In terms of our ongoing sewage surveillance system to identify fragments of the virus that cause COVID in various parts of New South Wales, positive detections have been identified in Bermagui, Maria, Young, Galargambone and Cobar, where there are no recently known cases. So everyone in these areas in particular is urged to watch out for symptoms and come forward for testing if you have even the mildest of symptoms. So as we near 90% of people being fully vaccinated across New South Wales in the age group of 16 and over, I'd like to thank everyone for coming forward and getting vaccinated. Vaccination means more freedoms. So if you haven't yet received your first dose, then please come forward and get a dose. This will help protect yourself and your family and community. Symptoms in children, remember, can be very mild. So please keep your children from home, from school, if they develop even the mildest of symptoms, and make sure they get tested right away. Again, it's an important way of keeping our schools safe. And as we begin to move around the state, please make sure you wear a mask when you need to and carry proof of vaccination, and always check in with QR codes. And if you're not feeling well, please don't travel until you get a negative test. Thanks very much for coming forward for testing and for getting vaccinated and keeping us all safe through maintaining those COVID-safe behaviours.